a while, long time no see. I'm doing a reiteration of my first big video, which was what I'm taking with me to uni or packing with me to uni. Now I'm going into my second year of law school. So I think I have a bit more experience under my belt. And there's a couple things that I forgot to bring, either brought but didn't use, or eventually ended up buying there. So I do think I have a better indication of like what is actually good to bring. I have my exact same suitcase on the ground and ready to go again. Yeah, I'm gonna start off with like non-conventional things that I ended up like forgetting to bring. One of them is if you're like a crafty person or like making like handmade gifts, I forgot to bring pencil crayons or colored pencils, and remember to bring a pencil sharpener because I wanted to make a lot of cards. I literally ended up only having a tri-colored like pen, so to add color I only had blue, red, and green, and it was like the saddest thing. So I would recommend bringing some colored pencils. The thing I'm so excited about is, I don't remember if I showed that I brought my massive Crocs, but my Crocs were actually the most worn shoe just around the flat around residence. And my cousin got me these really cute like Croc charms. They're so adorable. I wouldn't say this is essential, but I think it would add to your happiness. Which is really important. Second thing is bringing a smaller wallet. So if you're going out to like, you're going out and you're clubbing or whatever, bring like a, what are they called? Like a card holder for just like your credit card, some cash, your ID. That was another thing, like you want to bring more like purses. Like I'm not really a purse gal, I'm kind of a tote bag girl, but eventually you kind of don't feel like you're in a tote bag mood sometimes. So I'm gonna bring this. Take this for example, if I had like a bigger wallet, it like doesn't really fit. So it's kind of awkward, and then you just have your ID and your card just kind of loosely around in here, which is like not safe. So I'd recommend bringing a card holder. And another purse that I got as a gift is this one. You can either wear it like this, where it's kind of short, right, and then look at that. And now it's like a major crossbody moment. But basically what you do is you loop it around the top. This, and same with the other side. So it kind of looks like this. And then you shorten the length of it, and then it's shorter. So, quick hack. I have much less of my clothes that I'll be bringing because I kept a lot of my winter clothes back in Bristol in storage, because there's no point like bringing it back because I was only here for the summer. So the trick with that is, if you know that you're coming back for Christmas break, just bring your winter clothes and then leave it there. Come back, bring a lot of the bulky stuff, and then when you go back to uni, then you can bring spring, summer kind of outfits. So that would save you a lot of space rather than trying to bring your entire wardrobe. Speaking of which, let's start with some clothes. First thing, I don't know if you remember, but these pants that I got before I went to uni, these ended up this and another pair that I eventually got in Bershka, because this was the only pair of pants that I ever wore. If you saw me in uni, you know this is true. You need like a staple pair of jeans that is just comfortable and goes with everything. It's cool that it has this crossover thing, but it also kind of gets weird. If I'm trying to wear something, it just looks kind of off. I would probably recommend just getting like a normal pair that's just like straight here and just like either mid or high rise. Anyways, this is the first thing, because these are stretchy. Like if you're going to study, but you want to look cute, but these feel like sweatpants. So that's one thing. Another thing is bringing a bathing suit. It's really random, but you never know. Either you could go to a spa, or my uni has a swimming pool. So like randomly I would want to swim for no reason to remind myself that I can't actually swim. Because you never know. But then you also don't want to buy it if you ended up actually in that situation. So just bring one pair. You never know. If you're a law student, you must bring some kind of blazer. I thought I would be able to withstand English cold because I'm Canadian, but yeah, no, I was so cold. Get some heat tech, like not even the thin ones, like the thick ones, because those were actually a lifesaver. I just wore those and this pair of jeans like every day during the winter. I wore that, and sometimes I would bring like layering stuff. Example, a knit like this. If it's like 2 degrees, which feels like -5 to me, then you can wear a heat tech thing under this. And then you'd look cute, like no one would know. Other thing is like sweater vests. I didn't think I was into sweater vests, but this one's really cute. Like I could wear this over the t-shirt that I'm wearing now, or over a long sleeve. It just adds a bit more like variation. A mini skirt for going out, if you don't want to wear jeans, or if you're just feeling like frisque, you can bring that. If you are, however, more conservative, you could bring a mini or a maxi skirt. This one I really like. And then you can also wear like tights underneath. So it's like double insulation because there's like friction in between your tights and your skirt. Now moving on to like dresses. This is for like my Halloween costume. I got this for my birthday. This is from Motel Rocks. I don't know if you can guess what I'm gonna be for Halloween just from this, but I also need to bring this headband that I'm going to make. Especially if you're going to the UK, there's gonna be like a lot of random formal events. I only ended up bringing one short like mini dress. That's probably the worst thing you could have brought because it's like in between, like you can't wear it casually, but then it's also too casual for formal events. So you want to bring like midi to maxi dresses. This is from Aritzia. It's easier if it's like a non-iron kind of fabric, so you don't have to iron it, because the next one I'm going to show you, it requires some steaming, but it's just too pretty not to bring. It reminds me of the Hermione Yule Ball dress. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Like, look how pretty this is. Even if it's like a winter ball, like no one really cares. Everyone's wearing black, so just wear like a bit of color. It's gonna be great. Okay, my pile is looking a bit massive right now. I'll literally show you. It's a bit packed. Oh, let me adjust here. As I was saying, you want to bring like a couple of tops that like you're not worried about like getting drinks spilled on or whatever. Like there's this one. I also ended up joining the badminton club there, and that has like 2 to 3 practices per week. So you want to bring like a couple of workout clothes, but not too much. I think a lot of people make the mistake of bringing way too many, and then you end up just like either you lose motivation to work out, so it's just taking up space in your closet, or you don't actually work out that much, so you can still wash it. So I have biking shorts, workout tank, leggings, probably like a couple of sports bras. Also gonna bring some more like sleep shirts. It's not really something that you want to buy. Personally, I don't wear cute pajamas. I just wear like shirts. I ended up being overly anxious about what people would wear in lectures and seminars. No one cares. Like you can dress up cute. You can also just not dress up at all. And then I have my belts. I'd recommend getting like a thicker one as opposed to like this, because this looks really weird on like a jean. Also, another downfall of these jeans is like you can't really wear a belt with them because they kind of go crisscross, right? So your belt is kind of like, but it doesn't go that way. Noise canceling headphones. It is an investment. You don't have to get these ones, but like you need these. If you're living in a flat and the walls in my flat were kind of thin, these were really helpful. Like even if you go to a study center and sometimes people are just like talking, but then you're also socially anxious like I am, and you don't want to talk to them and be like, can you like calm down? Then just pop these on, listen to some classical music, and you are good to go. Oh, and also bring a Kindle. Let me show you. I didn't think, especially going into law, that I would have time to read non-law things. But if you're trying to go to bed and then you don't want to be on your screen, get a Kindle. I also prefer reading books physically, but you only have so much space in your dorm, right? If you are an international student, bring snacks from home. If you're Cantonese, you know. I got the mango one, got these. Like just bring it. Okay, more Asian food. As you may know, the only thing that I had for lunch was udon and frozen fish balls or fish tofu, but the soup packets that they have there are not very flavorful. Like you have to add a lot of stuff. And so this one I got from T&T, and then this is called the Korean kalbi marinade. And if you just add this onto your beef, like it just is so good instead of just salt and pepper and maybe garlic powder. In terms of shoes, so what did I bring? I brought loafers, my normal walking like New Balance shoes, and those are like dead now. My Crocs, these like booties that had like no grip on them, high top Converse. What I ended up using the most are my normal walking shoes and my Converse, because for some reason they're like low-key waterproof. But I did get new shoes. Let me show you. If you go specifically to Bristol, the bus system there is so unreliable. You're better off walking. So I got these new walking shoes. These are from New Balance. They're also running shoes. So if I decide one day that I want to run on a treadmill, then I can do that. I think these are the 530s, but I would highly recommend these. Please sponsor me. And also, you might want to bring like heels. If you can't walk in heels like me, get those heels that kind of like go into a cone shape, so you have like a bigger platform to walk on. So it's actually like feasible for you to walk everywhere and walk to these functions. Because I ended up wearing at the winter ball my loafers because, well, I was like running the event, so I had to like do a lot of things. I wasn't there just as a participant, and that was like fine, but everyone else was wearing high heels and I could not do that. Quick intermission while I wrap my boyfriend's gift. In terms of expectation versus reality of how uni was going to be. So we have this welcome week, right? Or like freshers, frosh, whatever you want to call it. And like weirdly, the law school assigned reading already. So literally while everyone was going out and meeting a ton of people. I was literally in the library and like doing my readings and like studying. Looking back, the content that I was reading was not actually really important, but I think you need to recognize that even if you're going into a professional program, maybe excluding medicine because medicine is medicine, you need to like recognize that you're there for the uni experience as well. Like you're not just there for school, right? So even if you think you need to do all these things, especially in first year, because first year marks don't count in terms of going on your transcript. Like they do matter if you want to apply to internships or like summer schemes, but in reality, like I think first year should be where you explore what you want to do, find your interests, find your people. And I feel like that's honestly more important. School, of course, is really important as well. But if you're like me and you kind of get too like stressed about it, it's just not really worth it because you're gonna get burnout really fast and you're gonna miss out. Freshers week is where you meet the most friends, and I actually met my 3 closest friends that I'm actually living with now during this time. Let's put that in here. Anyways, continuing with what we were doing. I'm very lucky to have gotten along with my flatmates, so we ended up having games night every weekend or just like whenever. But like you should bring a deck of cards, and this is really random, but I'm bringing like a mini Scrabble thing. Welcome to my childhood room. Fun. Couple other things. In terms of like emotional support items, I ended up getting a lot of Jellycats over the summer, and some of them have like sentimental value to me. This is Benji, and then this is Molly. Like please. But yeah, they're like really cute to just decorate your place and just remind you of the people that, you know, you've left. Other thing is a speaker. It's really nice having that instead of just like playing on your phone or your computer. It's like a different experience. Okay, no, I'll bring you over here. Okay, in terms of jewelry, I ended up only wearing, oh, not even 2. 1 necklace the whole time I was there, which is just a super simple, just like a bee. But keep it simple because when you wake up and you just want to easily accessorize, normally you'll reach for the same one. Okay, moving on to skincare. I did not bring a lot of skincare, weirdly. But bring your whole routine because my skin like deteriorated and it's still kind of dying right now. Next thing is bring pimple patches. Okay, I use these, the Mighty Patch ones, but you're gonna need these. You're gonna break out from stress. I'm telling you right now. Hi, it is the next day, but because I want this video to be as comprehensive as possible, I let myself sleep on it and jot down a couple of notes of things that I forgot to include in the original video. But I do have my notes here with me again. One of them is bringing Uggs or wool or warm socks. It's obvious that because in the UK it's going to be so cold, your feet are also going to be really cold, so make sure to bring things that will keep your feet warm. Another thing is bringing a down vest and or jacket. I made the mistake of bringing only a polyester blend kind of jacket, but I do think a down jacket would have been much warmer. And a pro tip is to vacuum seal it. An unconventional tip is to not bring a raincoat because I had brought a very thin but waterproof raincoat, but because it is always cold, you're never actually going to end up using a very thin raincoat. Instead, I would recommend just bringing a down jacket that is also waterproof. Another thing is bringing a retractable or travel-sized umbrella. UK weather is very unpredictable. It could be sunny and blue skies, and literally 5 minutes later, it could be pouring rain, so always have a small umbrella in your backpack. Also, bring your hobbies, whether that be drawing, reading, sewing, any of these things. For one thing, you could join a lot of societies. No matter what university you go to, there's going to be plenty, or you can also make a club on your own. For me, I brought my badminton racket, even though I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get into their competitive team, but I did so anyways, and they had a social club anyways, so just, you don't want to regret not bringing your things or having to wait until you come back in the winter to bring things back. Another thing is bringing travel-sized amenities for the trips that you might go on reading week or a spring break. So just bring like mini bottles of shampoo, conditioner, base wash, and moisturizer. And the last thing is bringing blue light glasses because you're going to be on your screen a lot. And even if it is placebo effect, I do find that the ones that I got on Amazon, they actually did help with mitigating any raging headaches that I might have gotten. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to any of you watching. I would have wanted a video similar to this when I was going into university literally a year ago today. But yeah, I wish you well in your university endeavors, whether you're just starting university, you're already in university, or you're just looking and watching this video because you're curious as to how university goes. But yeah, I will see you soon. Bye.